professionals earn a full-time income investing in cryptocurrency strategies. James Jamar, also known as the digital currency guy, has created a smart currency solution system designed to take individuals and business owners from novices in cryptocurrency to blockchain masterminds. Before mastering cryptocurrencies, Jamar spent 15 years as a technology consultant, prop trader, and investment consultant for private firms in the U.S. After a successful career helping Fortune 500 companies and investing in the stock market, Jamar is now empowering hundreds in cryptocurrency. Jamar has now built a community of traders and mastermind clients who are maximizing earnings in cryptocurrency. Please welcome the digital currency guy.
So, thank you guys for all coming. And 12 minutes is not a lot of time to talk about cryptocurrency, which is a vast new industry, and it's probably created the most amount of millionaires in the last 10 years. There's a ton of growth, a ton of opportunities in cryptocurrency and the blockchain. And really, based on my history, I was in the Marines for 4 years. I've been in IT for about 15 years. I have a computer science background. I've done real estate investing, and I basically traded stocks and equities and futures. So I was in gold and oil, and I worked for prop firms there. And in 2016, I got into cryptocurrency. Really, I got into it for my kids. Coming from Oakland and coming from the Bay Area, I was a kid that grew up in the inner city, and I would take the BART across the bay to San Francisco. I'll see all these guys there, and they would have nice suits on, laptops, and they were happy at 7 o'clock in the morning. My mom was worked at the post office for 35 years, retired. My dad was a trucker, and my grandfather was a longshoreman. Everyone in my family had manual labor jobs. So the thing I was saying about that is that we are not exposed to things that are new. If you're not exposed to them, your kids and the future generations don't get exposed to them. Like, where do they get that information? It's rare that you can teach a person how to swim if you don't know how to swim. So the reason I got into cryptocurrency is because I wanted to expose my kids to what I thought was the future, and that's how I ended up in cryptocurrency. So some of the headlines that we have, I just kind of 12 minutes. I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to let you guys know that cryptocurrency, the blockchain, it is the future. These are some of the headlines, like in the last 3 or 4 months. Ohio becomes the first state to accept taxes in cryptocurrency. Wyoming has passed it and said that it's a currency. This is the first time in history that humans have had a global currency. Normally currency and money is based on who's in power, and whoever's in power controls the currency. This is the first time in history that humans have actually established a currency, and we have the internet where we can actually, yes.
I didn't know the crypto one, it means Bitcoin.
Yeah, cryptocurrency is Bitcoin.
Okay, I never heard that used.
Bitcoin.
Correct. So cryptocurrency is just a new currency. So it's no different than having a peso, or if you're in Japan, a yen. Cryptocurrency Bitcoin is just a global currency, and one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin all around the world. And the exchange rate is supply and demand. So it's really a supply and demand type currency, and this is unique, and this is the future. Right now, people say the future, and we think it's some faraway place. It's right now. Digital currency, we're living in a cashless society. Well, after
Okay.
So, Facebook, Disney, Fidelity. Fidelity is actually they have a digital asset program now. We're gonna have a Bitcoin ETF. Institutional money is coming into the cryptocurrency space. Your retirement is whoever's managing it, they're gonna actually invest in some of the assets. So it's not something that you can get away with it, but your kids not. Your kids are going to be using the phone. They're going to be using Zelle. They're going to be using PayPal. They're not going to have the same type of banking and financial management that you've been taught about. It's not going to be there in the future. So Coinbase, anywhere that there's a Visa, you can use cryptocurrency. So you can spend it. This is I live 100% off cryptocurrency.
Really?
Right. So you have a Visa card, a debit card. You have cryptocurrency. The reason why business you should use it. You eliminate chargebacks. There's no chargebacks in cryptocurrency. Someone pays you, they can't go to Visa, they can't go to Wells Fargo and ask for their money back. You know, so businesses in Japan, 96% of the businesses take cryptocurrency. So merchants around the world, it's getting more and more popular. Here's January 2019. You see that the world starting to spread. These red dots is where Bitcoin is actually accepted. You can go to these countries and you don't have to have cash because there's merchants all around the world that accept Bitcoin. There's ATMs everywhere. So anywhere that there's ATM, I can withdraw money. And you see that it's just starting to spread. You know, here in Europe it's already there. And you know, that's where the IMF is at. So the IMF is actually getting into, they're actually talking to the banks to actually change it. So here's me. I use cryptocurrency. It's mainstream. Anywhere in the United States that has, you have a BitPay card, or you can get another chip card, and it's accepted. So here's me at Huntington Beach on the 13th, spending money with Bitcoin. Here's me paying the US government, you know, a tax payment, right? Here's me paying Starbucks and Target. So anywhere, you know, this is currency. Anywhere your dollar is accepted, my crypto is accepted. So, you know, who does it help? I can help anyone. I want you guys to challenge me after me. You know, there's only a certain amount of time. Tell me, I can tell you how it can help you and how you can incorporate it into your business. You know, it helps unbanked. So anyone who said they can't get a bank account, they can now have stored money in crypto. You can become your own bank. So all the guys in cannabis that can't deposit money into a federally insured bank, they can actually manage their own. You know, if you have, you know, when you send a wire out and it's floating, you don't get it for 3 days, they're actually making money off your money. Now you can make money off your own money by having cryptocurrency. So business owners, you know, in the future, you see that it's spreading. So if you don't accept cryptocurrency and you don't have no method to accept it, you're gonna lose customers in the future. You know, I talked to Aaron, he says, hey, you know, they're selling a Lambo, you know, for 100 Bitcoin, or, you know, they're actually, I do presentations for Newport Lamborghini, and we basically just market to people with crypto.
Wow.
Luxury yacht owners market to people who have crypto. Now they have to worry about an 800,000 wire. They can say, oh no, just send it to me right now. And they pull out their phone and you can send it to them. So there's no barrier to entry in cryptocurrency. There's no, you have to have a certain amount. If you want to buy $5 worth of cryptocurrency, you can exchange it. It's just a regular exchange. It's no different than sitting here on 5 pesos or 100 rubles. You know, there's no difference. You're exchanging it for another currency. So solo entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs now are saying, hey, you know, I'll come work with you if you have Bitcoin. So this CEO of Square put out an ad saying, hey, look, if we need developers, if you guys, you know, want crypto, I'll pay you in Bitcoin and you can report to me. We need blockchain developers. We can eliminate the middleman. You'll report directly to me. You won't have to report to anyone, and you can work from anywhere in the world. So that is the future of how guys are attracting top talent now. You know, international business, Amazon is going to be wiped out in the future because Amazon is the middleman. And now I can go directly to a factory in China and say, you know what? Yeah, I'll buy that product from you. I'll send you 5 Bitcoin. And now they can deal with me directly. I don't have to go through a different person. The blockchain has shipping companies, logistics companies. So I just want to show you guys that there's everywhere wealth management offices that they don't know about crypto and they're in the traditional way. I go and I actually give them presentations of how they can use crypto because some of their clients says, hey, I want crypto. Oh, we don't deal with that, it's too risky. So they're gonna go to the next guy that says, hey, you know what? I'll help you get some crypto and I know about it. So this is a competitive advantage if you are in the crypto world because it's spreading. People who lost money, I help those guys in the stock market. They've lost money in the stock market, they lost money in the crypto. I show them a different strategy. I bring a 7-day course that's free that you guys can take to actually get involved in cryptocurrency. And you can start with $5. Start with $10, just going through the process of actually having crypto. So unusual business cases, I have guys, child support, you know, divorce people, you know, people that's actually going after their money. Now, if you have crypto, the IRS wants you to have an address and they want you to have a bank account, right? But what if you don't have that? So the guys in the future, you're gonna have no address, no bank account, and they're not gonna need it. So that's why Julius Assange was able to get around. He had, you know, he was on a freeze list. All the bank accounts, all his credit cards were frozen. He said, hey, you still want the secrets? Send me Bitcoin, and he was able to travel the world. So that is when Bitcoin became a mainstream, like all the guys in the financial industry, all the guys that are wealthy, over 2 million, they're just like, hey, I need to look in crypto. Because now I can have assets and they have to come deal with me directly, if they can find me. So, you know, strip clubs, trucking companies, anyone, so if you're a trucking company and you have a driver that broke down, he's broken down in the middle of nowhere. How do you get money to him? He can't get to the Western Union, he can't get to the 7-Eleven, but if he has crypto, you send it to him directly to his phone, he moves it over and puts it on a card, right? And so I don't have any cash, I have a BitPay card that I can actually get wired money anywhere. I can't leave the country with $10,000 without declaring. But I can go to Mexico, I can go to England, hey wife, send me $100,000. Pulls out her phone, sends me $100,000. Immigrants that are working here, they have to pay a fee to send it, the person who picks it up on the other side has to pay a fee to pick it up. Now we can eliminate the middleman. So I want to change people's lives, right? And this is a guy that was in my group, I didn't know that he was homeless, but he was homeless and he was actually trading cryptocurrency. He only had $400 or $500 to his name. He came in the group and now he was making 10%, 5 to 10% a day, $50, and he was in South Carolina. And I didn't know that it was the winter time there. So it was November and December, he couldn't get money like he normally would get it. But then he was going to a Burger King on his cell phone, trading with only $500. And he wasn't able to get out, but it kept him over the winter because he was making about $50 a day with only $500. Now it's enough for someone that's homeless to actually eat. So I have a 7-day trading challenge, which is a free course that you guys can, you know, take, and I teach you how to trade, how to get into cryptocurrency. This Saturday, I'm having a private training over at the National University from 9 a.m. to 12. All you guys are welcome. You can bring however many people you want. You know, I go over it for 3 or 4 hours of how cryptocurrency, how it can actually impact you. Everyone here is different, and I'm gonna guarantee you that it can be impactful. Then the last thing is I do 1-day events for entire offices. So if you want me to come in for the entire office, I'll go through this curriculum with this cryptocurrency and make sure your whole staff know how it can benefit them. And that's the end of my presentation. So,
Wow. Right.
right on time, huh? 12 minutes.